the Governor, Deputy Governor, Dr. Korir, Chairman Mwangi, and stakeholders who are here. I am delighted to be back in Nakuru within a month. I was in Nakuru town at the Woodlands to discuss about the African Safari Summit. And we wanted to think differently because we have two products. And these two products are the beach and the safari. And that's why we had clear strategies of how we are going to go about it. We established, or we even put up a working group for the African safari. And that working group now is private sector driven, not even government. So we are here again the second time when I was approached by the association here in Nakuru and told me, please, can we have an engagement with yourselves? And I know a year ago we tried to meet, but unfortunately we couldn't meet when you just formally got established in 2018. But today I'm happy to be here in Naivasha. Thank you very much for this meeting. Yesterday when I was being taken through the program, it was like we are coming to do an opening of our conference, which we in the national government and the county government play a detached responsibility with this conference. So I tried to mess the program yesterday, and I told my team I'm not coming to Naivasha to waste time to give a lecture to anybody. I came to Naivasha to interact, to learn, so that we together we address the issues in Naivasha. We are not here to tell you what to do or what not to do. If you don't do the right things, you lose money. If you do the right things, you make money. That is the spirit I thought we are engaging today. So mine is to say I am pleased to be here. But also I want to comment on the issues that were raised here by the two speakers here, both Mr. Mwangi and also Bwana Kimani. First of all, let's appreciate, if we talk about counties and not talk about products and destinations and experiences, then we are lost. And DG, we are not in a political arena, so let's not be obsessed about counties. Let's be obsessed about products, about destinations, and about experiences of our visitors. And for me, I don't care what color you are. As far as you pay money, I don't care you're black, you're yellow, you're brown, you're pink, you're whatever. Me, I want your dollars, your money. That is what I am looking for. So, me, I don't know. Nakuru County Tourism Association, I don't know you. Me, I know Naivasha as a destination. Lake Nakuru as a destination. Create another destination that I will know it. But if you tell me Nakuru County Tourism Association, I don't deal with associations or counties. I deal with products. I will encourage you. Let's have sub-brands. And I like what you have just started. Let Naivasha be a distinct destination. Let us brand Naivasha as a destination. Let's create a logo for Naivasha. And then let's go back and say, what else do we have in Nakuru County? Let's create another brand called Lake Nakuru as a destination. Because Lake Nakuru already is a destination before. Because the flamingos were the attraction in Lake Nakuru. Let's create another brand, probably include Hell's Gate, includes Longonot, includes the escarpment, and create that as a destination. Then look at another. What do you have again? You want to create something else as a destination. I want to encourage you and not think about and be obsessed about these political boundaries we have created under counties for political reasons. For tourism, let's create destinations. I'll give you an example. Have you ever had Kwale as a destination? There is Diani as a destination. Have you ever had Kilifi? There's Kilifi County, but there is Malindi as a destination. There is Watamu as a destination. There is Mtwapa as a destination. Mombasa, there is Mombasa Beach as a destination. That is what I want you to look at. And let me tell you, I am here, I'm going to commit my government, national government. We will help you to do two things. One, we will do a clear strategy for the entire Rift Valley as a destination. And then we will create sub-brands within the Rift Valley as destinations, so that we will help you to do that. Because we have done a clear strategy for the beach as a destination. And then within the beach destination, we created brands called Diani as a sub-brand of the beach destination. We created Mombasa as a sub-brand of a beach destination. We created Malindi as a sub-brand. We created Lamu as a sub-brand. We created Watamu as a sub-brand. And don't tell me, oh, Balala, you are focused on Mombasa because of the beach, because you come from there. No. If you have the beach here, I'll come here and do it for you. Why we have done the beach first as a priority? The core product of Kenya's tourism, number one is the beach. Number two is the safari. So we have done the beach as number one. Now we are going to the safari. We are now coming clear what is the safari product that is to be addressed. Number one is Masai Mara. So we are now focusing in addressing the issues of Masai Mara. Number two is Amboseli. And that we must have a product called Amboseli. Amboseli is the focus is there. And probably we will go then to Mount Kenya and Laikipia area as a destination in terms of the safari. Then we have not looked elsewhere apart from those two as a product. But now here today, I am committing myself and my ministry and the government. We will develop a clear strategy called the Rift Valley Tourism Strategy. And we will help you to do the sub-brands. And I can guarantee you, Nakuru County is number one. Because you already have an existing product called Naivasha and called Lake Nakuru National Park. Those are products ready. You just have to tweak them a bit and they will work. When I listen to Kimani talking here, and Mwangi, these are things, if we sit together with one focus, we are going to address them in the shortest time. And I like the target, 2022, we must address these issues. I am ready to work with you. Let me start with Naivasha. Or before even I start with Naivasha, I think we need another session, a working session with a consultant that we bring here to work with us, and a professional who will package all this together. You know, we are all, Kimani, we are all not full-time, but we are just contributing as part-time. Let's appoint, pay that man or woman and tell them, I want a clear tourism strategy that is going to be in competition, not among ourselves, with the international, with the globe. Globally, we have to be competitive globally. Let's not think, oh, you know, we have animals, we have the equator, we have the lake, so people must come. No, people will not come. Forget it. People will not come. You have to package it in a way that when you put it in front of the clients, it will be, I must go to Nakuru, I must go to Naivasha. Not because you have it, I told you before. It's not what you have, it's what you do with what you have. You have to package it properly for the business and for the client to buy into it. That is what we should do. So, I'll work with my team. We bring a consultant here. He takes us through, and we do a Rift Valley tourism strategy. Then we do the beginning. We start with Naivasha. We start with Nakuru. And we start developing it slowly till we reach Turkana. Because Naivasha, you are just 150 kilometers away, or 100 kilometers away from Nairobi. Already you have some advantages. You already have existing properties like this beautiful one here. Yeah? You already have something. We are not starting from scratch. So that is the advantage we have. So that's my commitment. And I like what you are talking about. You have to brand your destination. After branding, then you can be able to market. Then Komen will come here and market it. Or Betty Radia there, KTB will market for you. But until you package it and brand it, what are you selling? Naivasha, you have the lake and the proximity with Nairobi. Actually, Naivasha is the biggest competition to Mombasa. Are you aware of that? You are competing with Mombasa. But you have to make your product more acceptable than Mombasa. Mombasa, the magic they have is they have white sandy beaches, which you don't have. But you have a lake. If we work together and put a waterfront in the lake, and put a boardwalk, and put restaurants and cafes on the lake, rather of putting the flower farms on the lake, yeah, then it will work. Then you will overtake Mombasa. Then you'll be competing. Maybe the governor, you should bring a bylaw. Everybody on the lake should give maybe 1 acre of the frontage of the lake for public utility. And we make it round. Everybody. It can be a law. And then we develop it together. Na tusiwe wakora to start allocating it to ourselves. Because wa Kenya tunajua tu. But we create that. Every frontage of the lake, we say it's for public use. Public park. And then we have access, public access into the lake, but we develop it properly. That can happen. This road here, Lake Road, you call it Lake Road. Yeah? Is it Lake? Which one? Moi South Lake Road. Yeah? Yeah. So, imagine we can connect here to Great Rift Valley Lodge. Why can't it be? Does it belong to government, national or county? Yes. National. Fine, no problem, even if it belongs to us or not. We should, when we come to infrastructure of this county, it is your political leaders to put it to the national government as a priority. But if it doesn't reach us in Nairobi as a priority, what do? We will not invest into it. So I will ask you and your political leaders here to make sure it is forwarded to us as a priority. Because this road is the one that brings economic development in this area and creates jobs in the hospitality industry. And it should not be like any other road. You know, Kenya's roads, they don't have pavement, they don't have drainage, they don't have lighting. This should be a boulevard. So you walk, you can cycle, yeah, you can drive, it is secured, it has CCTVs, becomes the destination. As you correctly said, Miami, there is nothing. Miami, there's just only a street with cafes and nothing. I've been there. And you see nothing. And because they are obsessed with beauty, everybody is with bikini walking around and showing their bodies. Yeah? And it becomes Miami for the rich. We don't want to go there. But again, you can create a boulevard that is unimaginable here in Naivasha. So we can do immediately the road. We can do immediately the lake, the waterfront. And I can tell you this. We have allocated 490 million for the Mombasa waterfront Mamangina Drive. This financial year, we have allocated 300 million, the coming financial, to the Lake Victoria waterfront. And I'm going to look for another 300 million to allocate it for the Lake Naivasha waterfront. But I need access to the lake. We have to do it together with the political leadership in this area. And then the other thing, you talk about riparian. I think together with the county government, and I'm going to call NEMA and KWS, we must gazette this lake. We must stop people encroaching into the ecosystem of the lake, so we can save this lake once and for all. I am worried when I fly over this lake because I don't know where it starts, I don't know where it ends. I am worried about it's going to dry. I'm worried about many things. But I think we need to bring our teams together. And I'm going to take up this commitment that we must bring scientists and professionals in government to make sure this lake is safeguarded. Because otherwise, we are going to lose this lake if we're not careful, both for pollution, but also for extraction of water uncontrollable. That is key. Then the other things will fall in place. The Brazilian Cultural Festival or Cultural Carnival, you want to do it, the art festival, the bike race, yeah, the museums, all this will fall in place. It's easier by then to fall in place. So let's create together something that is a priority. Let's put together after this meeting, what are the 3 key priorities we want to emphasize in the next 3 years, and becomes a political agenda. When it becomes a political agenda, it will be addressed quickly. Because any political agenda must have a connection to people and to jobs and to the political re-election of that leader. So you need to make it political as a political agenda. So yes, these are the things I've said. And the beauty about Nakuru as a county, yes, you are closer to everybody. And you can be here and jump to Laikipia, jump to Narok, go to the lake, Victoria, and be within this place. But if you observe, Nakuru has become always a transit destination. Why is it a transit destination? Why is it a transit destination? Ask yourself, can we change that? Like the way we have done to Nairobi. Nairobi used to be a transit destination. Today, Nairobi is becoming a destination by itself. So it's us to make sure we turn Nakuru to be a destination. And you can do a lot, because I think you have the product. You have the product, which is agriculture. And I can tell you, when you guys come and tell me you want to do a marathon, leave marathon to Wasingishu. Yeah, leave marathon to Wasingishu. If we are going to do the same things all over the country, the same thing, then what's unique about us? And I told you when we met in Woodlands, Why don't you make a love festival in the month of February? And I'm glad you have taken it up. Does not become Nakuru, becomes Naivasha. Naivasha is where you're growing flowers and roses. Specialize in that. I can tell you, I will guarantee you, you'll be in CNN when you do that festival. That's how, because it has a meaning. You have Valentine's coming. You are the ones who grow roses yourself to export to Europe. Then do a festival. But do it professionally. Tusifanye ile ya jua kali. Professionally. Becomes a parade, becomes an exhibition, becomes an ASK show, everything around that month. So becomes something that is unique. And I can tell you, you will get the global media attracted to you. And that will be a promotion for yourself. So yes, take advantage of that. Horse riding. Nobody have thought about, people go to Dubai for horse riding. People go to Scotland for horse riding. And the horse competition. Why don't you create here an arena or a stadium for horses? Because you have them here, you breed them around this area. Why don't you focus on that? That is unique. We'll come from Mombasa to come here and start now betting horses or that competition, or buy horses, or you become breeding for the world here in Nakuru. So that is possible as well. And then agro-tourism. People can go to their farms, and you don't have to build hotels only on the lake. You can build hotels inside a plantation, either the sisal plantation or the grapes plantation. You know, in Cape Town, you know the grapevines, roots. Why don't you do that here? You grow grapes here. Not that famous, but slowly something is happening. There's the tea plantation, coffee plantations, all these plantations are here. Why don't you focus on that? So that, I think, is possible. Finally, I want to talk about Nakuru. This weekend I was in Nakuru National Park. And my AD is here. Agri, you are here? Yes, this is my assistant director of KWS. When we grew up as young people, the image of Nakuru and Nakuru National Park were flamingos. When I went there, I hardly saw much flamingos. Hardly. So, the minute those flamingos disappear, then what is so special about Lake Nakuru National Park? There's nothing special about it. And let me be honest to you. That weekend I became very sad. Even my Easter got spoiled because I was depressed. Nakuru National Park is as good as dead. Why? Yes, climate change and the level of water was rising. Yeah? Half the headquarters of KWS is submerged in water. You still go there 6 years later, you see those buildings submerged. Half the trees around the lake are dead, and they are left around dead. How sad are you feeling? When you enter a park, it has to be inspiring. But when you enter a park, every tree you see is dead. Then that park is as good as dead. So I was very sad, and I told Agri, get rid of this dead wood. Because how do visitors come to you and see houses submerged, trees are dead, flamingos have disappeared, there are only very few, yeah? We are told they are overpopulated buffaloes, but you hardly see them around you. We are told there are 25 lions. I didn't see even one single lion. Agri. your park is as good as dead. And imagine with a dead park, you have 200,000 people coming there. With a dead park, they generate 520 million Kenya shillings with a dead park. What happens if the park is alive? How much would you make? $1 billion. Why can't we do something? What's so rocket science that we cannot do? KWS headquarters have 30 scientists based there. Everybody has a higher PhD than the other. But the park in Nakuru is dead. No flamingos. Do we even have a scientist based in Nakuru? One. One. All those scientists should come to Nakuru here and sit here till the park is alive. That is my simple, as a layman. I've been to Dubai recently. With the weather of Dubai, there are flamingos in the water. Have you been to Dubai recently? Have you seen flamingos there? Yeah? What is so special that Dubai has that their resident flamingos, you see them in their ponds around their highways? That ours, they have disappeared actually. Why can we manipulate the algae so that these flamingos can be many? Sinawezekana. It's only science. Why flamingos are elementaita and they are not in Nakuru? If the county is putting their sewage there, we should stop the county from doing that. As simple as that. And I had a chat with the governor, and this is a directive from the President Uhuru. Give us your plans for us to help you to fund your sewage treatment plant so that you don't put the sewage into the lake. We are ready. DG, pick up that and let us get that plan and we will help you to finance it. But we cannot allow sewage be dumped into Lake Nakuru or Lake Naivasha. I will talk to my colleague Tobiko to come and shut down those things because we can't accept it.